Got it shared to YouTube.
Yeah.
And let's add another destination. Instagram Live.
Mm, Right back. It's a thing.
All right. So it won't let me do that. And then give me one moment. I'm going to move downstairs. So that way, my kids back there playing Kill a Friend, it don't be too loud. Because, baby, they's a little loud.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I got my I man do move. I got my TV. Um, not that loud, but yeah.
And then I want to make sure it shares to Facebook correctly. Because I think it just shared it to my business page. And if so, I'm going to hop on there on my business page and then share it to my personal. And then um, if you have any questions for me that you want to ask, then we can go from there. Is that okay?
Sure. Yeah, of course. You never see can't do really trying to share too. Oh, yeah.
So then that way, we got a couple people who finna be able to look. Now, I'm probably not gonna be able to see the people who join in, but you should be able to see them as they come in.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go to my page. It hasn't uploaded yet. That's okay. That's okay. All right. So, what questions did you have in mind? Where did you want to start?
Okay. My first question was how do you okay how do you know that you had a special gift? You have a special gift.
So, how did I know I had a special gift? Um, I would say I didn't realize that I had a gift until I got older. I had an experience where I had felt like there were people around me, but there wasn't nobody around me, right? And
Right.
so I called my sister because I'm like, gee, I'm feeling stuff. I don't know what's going on. What should I do? I don't know what's happening, right? So she knew this girl who's a psychic that was on Facebook, and she was like, go into her page and just see what happens, right? And so I went over there to her page, and she immediately sensed me in the room, and it kind of grew from there. So it was more so of I had a feeling that there was something more that was going on, and I had a question that I honestly wanted an answer for.
Oh, okay. Okay. Um. I um
Uh-oh.
okay, what was your your childhood as you grew up? Like you grew up like at God fearing family, the, you know that was like too religious or whatever.
So, growing up in my family, we grew up going to church. I grew up going to church every Sunday, every Wednesday, every Friday, every Saturday, every church visit we had out of town. I was on the church van going to those places. So, growing up as a kid, I wouldn't say I had a bad childhood. I had both of my parents in the home. So, I definitely felt blessed in that manner. Um, Church was something that was very pivotal. And at least for my mom raising us, my dad didn't go to church. And he didn't start going to church until a year before he passed away. So, around that time, it definitely made me very closed off to church because I felt like God had took somebody from my life that was really important and helped make life make sense. And so without him, um, it was kind of hard for me to see and think happy thoughts and stuff like that. But like as far as childhood growing up, I was a very happy child. I am one of four, I mean, one of five on my dad's side, and I'm one of three on my mama's side. So childhood was fun.
Okay, okay. Um, what was uh, what, what was your happiest moment in childhood?
My happiest moment in childhood would have been on my fifth birthday. I remember my fifth birthday clearly. I was a big Sesame Street fan and a Barney fan. Barney was my guy, right?
Right.
And my mom and my dad knew that I had wanted me something Barney. I wanted something Barney something, right? So I woke up that day, woke up extra early. It was like 4 o'clock in the morning. I went in my parents' room. I'm like, it's my birthday. It's my birthday. Let's get up. We got to get up. I'm up. Everybody else get up. It's my birthday. No more sleep. And they told me that we were going to go do something, but it was way too early for me to be up. So, I took a couple of naps during that day, I remember, until we got ready to go to Chuck E. Cheese for my birthday. So, growing up, we didn't have a car. So, we had to use public transportation. So, we took a cab up over there because my parents had a couple of gifts too that they wanted me to open while we was there. So I remember we went to Chuck E. Cheese, and that's back when they still had the ball pit, the pissy, stanky, sweaty ball pit, right? So I was excited to go there. Chuck E. Cheese was a very good place for me. And I just remember that day just being really, really happy. Like nothing could take my joy that day.
Okay. Nice. Sound nice. Uh, um, were, were you raised Baptist or Pentecostal?
So I went to a number of different churches. I was born into a Kojic church. And from there, we then went over to Baptist church. I've been to Pentecostal churches. I've been to non-denominational dominational churches. I think that's the word. Y'all know what I'm talking about though.
Yeah.
But growing up until the time I stopped going to church, and that was probably when I was about 23, 24. I grew up going to a Baptist or non-denominational church.
Oh, see, that's funny. I had the same experience. Yeah, I was one of oh, really bad, like a single parent, a single mom. So I have
Hmm.
grandma downstairs, and she was grandma. She was got me, in church. Yeah,
Okay.
I was going, I was a good kid, but I was growing up. I always knew I was in church. Yeah, the church was both to me. I always used to be sleep. But as I get older, so my mom, she found her another church. That
Uh-huh.
going and at 14, that's when I joined the church and started meeting in Christ. I was a kid, deacon, junior usher, choir member, like a Sunday school teacher. But most I love to see I was a choir member, and I was and it was back Baptist. At that time I was Baptist, but when I got older, I went to Assembly of God, Church of God in Christ, uh, United Methodist, um, non-denominational church, a farming churches,
Uh-huh.
you know, I didn't to a spiritual scientist church too. Now, uh, I grew up in the church until last year. Decided to to not go. So I said, no, well, I've been sent back, trying to do what God coming to do, heal people, preach the gospel and stuff. I said, no, what? It's hypocrites in the church,
Yes.
you know, and some people, church folk because the judgment and stuff, and they pick to throw the Bible down, down his throat. He, 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 um, he, he gonna that's bad. People in here, they don't have to put everything. And
Uh-huh.
I think too. I like Tupac. On God can judge me, To and so those are but the same measure you judge like this, you judge too. The same way. You I said, man, religion to religion was made to separate people. To unify people, separate people, and they want to do their own thing under the interpretation of what the Bible um, said. You know,
Right.
and everybody don't interpret the Bible the same way. That way, it's the religion and religion. Uh, you see, that was banned by the higher ups. You know, doesn't make us to believe that the Bible is always right, and everybody is right, and everybody live right now because we all made different. We are all made.
Exactly. Exactly.
Everybody the same. We all different. So, we came from the same source, but it doesn't mean that everybody is love like you.
Exactly. And that's what really makes us different is the fact that we have those different characteristics about each other because we're able to then find similarities within one another, and for the ones that we don't, it's just a challenge for us to then find that reflection. What is it about them that we're not understanding or understanding, and how can we then look at that situation different so that way we have an understanding of where they're coming from in their position, also in regards to being honest and honoring our truth as well.
Right.
Uh-huh. So I would definitely say, like, for people who are on spiritual paths, a lot of people do start off from the church and then they just kind of grow from that. um
Yeah.
there's a lot of truth that you can find within the Bible, but then there's also a lot of misguided information, and depending on who's reading it, depending on the perception and perspective of the person, then depends on what the meaning of certain passages then mean to you, right? Because
Right.
somebody might be able to read First Corinthians and get a whole nother different vibe about it other than love. Right. And somebody else might read it and be like, yeah, this ain't talking nothing but love. Okay. And the unconditional love that's there, that's what the hell that whole chapter is about. But it's just a matter of the person then reading and their understanding of that.
Right. Because everybody can't even read the Bible or understand the Bible. So,
Hmm.
um, they don't. There's some they don't believe in God. They, but they believe in you, but they don't believe in God. And and they uh, see, don't believe in the Bible either. Uh, but I found that every religion got some truth to it, but they also got some lies. You know, so it's always good and bad. Like you say, silver in, silver out, as well as and below. The the light the light side and dark side. I mean, it's all one, but
Correct. Because you need the light in order to have the dark, and you need the dark in order to have the light. You can't have one without the other because then there's no balance.
yeah, because duality. You know,
Hmm.
so a lot of things of duality. So let's say you got the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Correct. You're very much correct.
Now, now I was I always be mystified, that what what out there up in the sky, out in space. Like every time at the moon, I see a face on the moon.
Hmm.
The face the face the face be smiling or be it could be a sharp face, or having a sad face, or it's not. But so I even saw a skull on the moon. So, and I always wonder, I know, because I see that on cartoons, but now you have to see it in real life, face on the moon.
There's not only a face on the moon, you got to think of all the activity that's happening on the moon, too. The moon ain't nothing but a playground. It's a playground for those who can reach it, right? So even though we're here on earth, right, there's so much more going on outside of the earth that for some people ignorance is bliss. If I don't know about it, then everything's okay and I could just, go through my life, still doing me, versus others who know, there are other life forces and light beings out there, and that we're not just here by ourselves being just regular old humans, then
Right.
it opens up a whole nother conversation. But a lot of people who are beginning their journey, they don't automatically go to those off world and outer world concepts until something happens within them that would cause them to then question that, i.e., an experience that they would have had, whether it been outside, just, looking up, or they actually had an interaction with another being, source, entity, whatever
Mhm.
you may have. Yeah, so it's definitely dependent upon the person. I would say for those who are interested in learning more about those outer world things, I would definitely find you a good guru. Get you a good guru, get you somebody who know how to not only ground themselves, but they can ground others, so that way, as you're asking those questions, as you're exploring, as you're gaining that knowledge and expanding yourself, you have somebody there to help guide you. And you would just want to use your discernment in finding that person, because not everybody is going to give you the water that you need to grow. Just like my water might not be the same water as Reverend Billy over here water, but his water might be able to help you more than my water might be able to help. So it would just be using your discernment and reaching out to people that you are wanting to learn things from, and then doing your own research. I never say just go off what somebody's saying, because that's just like going to church. You go to
Right.
church and you listen to the preacher preach, and he say all his words from his sermon, he give you different chapters and stuff, and you don't go home and look over none of that, right? You just be like, oh, the pastor gave a good word today and I felt it in my spirit. Yes. I'm gonna make sure I keep that with me for the rest of the day. But you ain't not once went and cracked that Bible open, sat down and said, let me reread it and make sure I understood it in the same fashion I did when I was sitting in fellowship with everybody else. You
Right.
always got to go back and reread and do your own research, because you can't just believe everything and everybody. You got
No.
to be able to look and seek out that truth.
Right. See, sometimes if you get like a message no there, see, and and it could be a voice or spiritual touch. See, sometimes you gotta do research still, you see what you do, in spirit in mind, is it true or not? Like uh okay, like one of the research there. Okay, like the first using guidance, the new, the new guidance, the guidance of chaos, you know, uh, of primordial, water.
Mm-hmm.
You right there. I was in green. I always be fighting, and I know about God, I know about Jesus, and the angels in the heaven and stuff, but I always said that speak or see and out came black, God is a God, history or whatever. One night, a few months ago, I was fighting, and I seen a black um God, was the villain, like a wool outfit. Yeah, yeah. Had short hair, had little short. She had a spear and a shield, and she was in a wool outfit. And I saw like then a name. I saw a name, and he said, I think it was spelled like N-I or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It was vivid. That's it. That's it. Okay. So I woke up, I was dreaming, and I always try to see my friends, but me and my friend, my best friend, and my other friend, we always in body or something. But at that time, I saw got guidance. So
Yeah.
I woke up and I wrote down the name. I said, it's the N.I. I said, so I'm on Google. Yeah, I Googled the name. Now, it wasn't N.I. It was EU, like EU, EU, God, God, no, he is the God is uh, primordial water of chaos, you know, and that like first created God, and then after him, it was wow, the the sun God and all that. So, okay, so but I found it out. I said, so I went to the wonder of Bill Goddess, and I said, okay, so God was was uh was send me a message and let me know that uh uh he heard my prayer. He told me who who he was. Yeah, so I said, okay, so that's how I could click with my super guys and stuff. I mean, I always was spiritual, and I always had close with good guy. But I want to figure out who else is out there besides my ancestors. And that's how I be doing my research, on ancestors, on the different gods and God,
All
and
right.
and then methodology, of them, being about the similarities and all that, the aspects. Okay. So I always into research. So I love to research things because I am a Christian person. I know these. I'm curious. I want to know about things.
Mm-hmm.
I was never type um they don't want to know nothing. So I always type to find out things and ask questions. And I always have a question. They, I don't care what it is. So, I have questions about all types of things. The the some questions that can't be answered, or some answer I can't get, some answer I can't. But
Mm-hmm.
that's how I started. So, let's say I always you know, growing up, I always had imaginary friends. You know, so I used to, me and my sister used that
You kept your imagination open. I said you kept your imagination open.
yeah. See, see, I was there. I was a doctor or a bus driver, or a school bus driver. See, me,
Mm-hmm.
my sister, see, yeah, we used to sleep in the bedroom, doing bus, and used to, talk with,
Mm-mm.
up. You know, me and my sister, we got in trouble. My mama bought us a toy, walkie talkies, but it was a two-way walkie talkie. You know, one day you were able to just and we were able to talk to my school bus driver
Mm-hmm.
on the CB radio, and also we were able to talk to a truck driver.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
But guess what? The police uh, called my phone and sent her back. I don't have, but they told my mom to get on the radio, on CB radio and talk to me. I said,
Mm-hmm.
no, my mom bought us these two-way walkie talkies. See, it should be two-way, right? See, how are we supposed to know? But I was glad to talk to my bus driver.
Right. I
Because
used to love those little walkie talkies because you could have conversations with all different types of people just based off of frequency. Now, think of it.
yeah,
Depending on what you set that frequency to on that walkie talkie, depended on who you connected to, right?
right,
If we think of reaching out energetically to each other, it would be that same ideology of the walkie talkie. Depending on what frequency I am on, and depending on what frequency you're on, we're then able to hear each other and communicate.
right. I know. Me and my mama and sister, you were surprised. I said, how you say I say truck drivers? Because it's supposed to be a toy, it's supposed to be a two-way, you know.
Right. But it was more than that. It was way, way more than that.
Yeah, because we got to get in trouble with the police.
Mm-mm.
All people, the police. So they called my mom phone, I think. So,
Oh, wow.
yeah, and we did. We get all kinds of same stuff we having in my lifetime.
Very much so. I would say, like, as far as having experiences with talking with other people, other beings, other entities in different spaces, I've had those happen. Only because I'm in a group on Facebook that does intergalactic transcommunication and things like that. So it's definitely a group of morally highly vibrational people who know how to tap into those outer world communications. And I would say, just from my experience, being a conduit, being a vessel, that I've been able to have entities come within me and speak and give messages, depending on what they have and who and where they're from, really depends on your then interaction with them in that moment, especially when they're speaking through you, because it's like the person you see now me, like the person talking to you now, that person gets put to the side in order for that other energy to then come in and talk and have that space. So, for most people, that would freak them out because they're like, "What you mean, honey? That sounds like you're being possessed. That sounds like a possession, and you're okay with it." But depending on the person and your knowledge of what it is that's being done, you know that it's not anything that is going to then come over and then take over your body and you just ain't gonna have you back again. Like that's not what's happening. And whenever we would have those communications, whenever we would be in that space and presence, we would always ask those energetic beings, what's your name? Where are you from? I need a star location. I need to know where in the galaxy you're located at in order for me to then write that down for my notes and then know for my own persons, are you a connection that I need to, be tapping in with? And then just taking as much information as you can from that session, because most times we're not present to actively hear that stuff. Sometimes it's just stuff that's going, and then we come back and we're like, okay, what was said? What happened? For me, I was able to hear those things. So it wasn't like I was put on pause. I was still present and able to receive most of those messages.
Okay. I know in that music, I could hear Smile calling my name.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, get like what Eli? No, Eli and Simmer. Yes, yeah, with Simmer.
Samuel. Mm-hmm.
Um, uh, the Lord God, kept calling his name, calling his name like 3 times. Each time Simmer heard his name call, he go to Eli. Ask Eli, do you call me? Eli said no. So,
Mm-hmm.
but he did. So the next 2 times you have again. Eli diagnosed him. Okay, people see that it was God called Samuel. He said,
Mm-hmm.
and he hears the voice of the Lord. This say, here I am, Lord, uh, and 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 do that. So the next time that happens, he did that. I had the same experience. Like, everybody was in bed, going to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
My mama was in her bedroom. I was in my bedroom, and my sister was in the bedroom. My grandma, she stayed downstairs. You know, we were living in Chicago, in Southside, the 2 flat house, building. My uncle had
Mm-hmm.
the basement apartment. Grandma had the first floor with her and my grandpa and my uncle. And then was me and my mama she were on the second floor. I don't know what time, but after I was going to
You
sleep and
just
stuff,
need one lick, baby. That's all.
I heard my name called. But it said that my grandma would call my name though. I said, Mama, do you call me? Oh. So
No.
you know, you see, I didn't call you. Huh? I said, you sure? My name called. I said, no. So okay, I went back, in the bedroom, lay back down.
Right.
My name called again, but we said that, you sound feeling like this. Said that when my grandma called me.
Mm-hmm.
But grandma was downstairs, sleep. in bed.
Look, not up at all. Not even thinking about you. Not even thinking about calling your name.
But I know her voice. At that time, I said, but I know that night, I know I he was voicing me and called me. And I said, Mama, when you call me, it's you, you tell me. I will be. I mean, actually, do you call me? Or somebody else call me?
Mm-hmm.
And I was a kid. Shoot, I was around 10, 19 years old. So maybe, but I know I was a young kid. Shoot, and I even told my grandma the the, the next morning. Really, huh? Yeah. She said, no, I didn't call you. See, and I said, man, that's when I would never, forget in my life.
Yeah.
And the other times that happened to me, just hear my name being called, or I could feel, I could feel this type of presence.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing, I saw me, my mama, and my sister. We was moved from that place to another place. The, and I think that house was haunted because our neighbors downstairs and us in the room upstairs, there was another two flat house. We used to hear footsteps up and down our hallway stairs, okay, all through the night.
Mm-hmm.
And um, my, my neighbors used to, I said, when we go up and down the stairs, I said, no, to do you shoot right up downstairs? I said, yeah, but I'm really sick about it. To me, then one day we saw a a black shadow, the split on the middle, from one side of the room to the other side. That black shadow, yeah, kept all from one side of the room, that to the left side, only to the right side of, and it was always, really on the wall and and to the dining room, and then it just disappeared. I said, "Mama, do you see what we see? I see, I see a black shadow just just creeping on wall, and it was like the thing, like the blob, you know, you was smoking, you was shadow. So that was very, very, very scary.
So I saw the video posted on YouTube. So I went to YouTube because it wasn't posted on Facebook. So I took the video from YouTube and shared it to my Facebook page. So it's posted on there now. But when I did that and I came back here, because I could hear audio on both sides, it knocked me off. So I apologize.
Oh, that's okay.
Did you have any other questions for me that you wanted to ask or anything that you wanted me to speak on?
Well, yeah. Uh, Okay, spirituality, spirituality. Uh, what is the difference between spirituality and religion?
What's the difference between reality and
Uh,
religion?
yeah, and spirituality. So, what's between reality, spirituality, and religion? And the Matrix.
So, let's talk about reality first, because then reality would then link in with what you just called the matrix, right? So our
Right,
reality is what we see in front of us based off the experiences that we have, right? And
right.
depending on what experiences you have depends on then how you view reality. Some people view reality as, everything always works against them. They're never lucky. They never, get a break in life. They always find things come hard to them, right?
Mhm.
Versus somebody who lives in the flow of God, the universe, source, whatever they may have it called, when they are acknowledging of that higher source, that higher power, and they work with it in order to create a better reality for themselves, right?
Right.
In aspect of religion, all religions lead to one. All of them. All of them lead back to one source, one starting point, one origin. So, depending on the person and their views towards religion, then depends on how they then view other religions. For me, myself, I believe religion is a stop sign. It's a big ass stop sign. It limits you from being able to experience all of who God is and what that can be in your life, right? And that's just my opinion. That's not anybody else's. Um, in spirituality,
Yeah.
spirituality is kind of in the same token and context as you being able to, tune in and tap into that higher source, that higher being, that higher understanding, that inner standing, that unconditional love. In the Bible, God tells us to be like him because we were made in his image. How can I be like him if I'm not able to tap into who God is? If I'm having to go through a third party, i.e., Jesus, okay, brother Jesus, that's our brother, how am I
Yeah.
supposed to then know how to emulate that? Right? Other than going into the Bible and then reading the instructions that were left via his teachings, his moment in time here on earth and space, right?
Right.
Um, so those are kind of more so my views towards it. I don't like to hinder myself or my kids. I definitely believe that all kids should, go to church and get some type of basis. You do what's right for you, and then the moment you act, you got a question. I suggest that you ask. And the moment that the church or the religion does not have an answer for you, that's when you then need to go to God within. That's when you then need to tap into that Jesus energy and that God energy that dwells within us to then find your truth.
Right. Yeah. Sure. That's what I did. That's a that there was a book. This book, and the title of the book is 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 this all there is to life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, read book too, but the it was it was a Christian book, about eternal life and stuff. But yeah, their picture is it all to life. I always say, yeah. I mean, I mean, they're most likely when you see
All
to
right.
that the sci-fi flicks. You watch what Star Wars or 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 Star Trek or Superman. Then the Avengers,
Why would you have those type of shows if none of that was honestly a fathom or a possibility within life?
right? And then you watch shows called um um UFOs mysteries or encounters.
Right. Or ancient aliens. Okay. Look, that's my favorite show right there. All
Charles,
of that stuff is for a reason. And we were having a discussion about that yesterday on TikTok that, a lot of shows and a lot of things that we see entertainment wise, none of that stuff is by chance. Everything that they push in front of you via the television is for you to be able to then take note and then see those things interacting within your living in awake life. So if that's the case, the last week and a half they've been showing the movie the Men in Black, the Men in Black 1, 2, and 3, right? For us, here being regular little old humans, right? It's just a movie that's talking about there being life in other places, right? It ain't nothing but a movie. But for somebody who is more so questionable, where I'm questioning everything, I'm looking at everything, I am knowing and understanding that there's more going on than what meets the eye.
right?
We see that same movie, The Men in Black, and it lets us know that there are people here visiting. It's more
Yeah,
so of a when you see them, don't freak out.
yeah. And you don't know if they're real or not. Too. They could be Mark Five. They could be androids, clones.
Correct.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Correct.
They are. They clones. Yeah, yeah. They they clone a sheep. So why not a clone human being? Hmm. And then you still they that now we always say that everybody got a twin. Everybody don't have a twin. No, not biologically.
Right.
No, but but who is that? You gotta do that could be a clone. You know, it's, it's about to do that like could be about double. So okay, now I have I've been followed back at, at UFO um one morning. Ever since I left my house, I got in my transportation going to Dallas. This was a 4 5 minute ride from Early, Illinois to uh, Colorado. 4 5 minutes. You know,
Mhm.
me and I was kept looking to our left side and got and it was like a this shaped silver uh craft. You know, got craft stayed with us till I got I got to to my the last place and then it just disappeared all of a sudden.
Mhm. Um, I would definitely say that I wouldn't doubt the fact that there was a UFO that was around because they come often. They are able to sense us because we have an energetic signature that resonates with them, i.e., those sound frequencies, right?
Uh,
Everybody has a sound that they put out. Um, so in that, there are times where they will visit you. They'll stay in close proximity to you. They'll even give you the inclination that you need to, go rest or go sit down so that you can pay attention or focus more on things. If if that's something that happens again, I always tell people, ask. You ain't never gonna know what's happening if you don't open up your mouth to ask a question. Whether you get an answer or you don't get an answer, at least you put that out there so that way you could receive something back. Um, and just be mindful of your connections. Make sure that when you're in these spaces or you're having these entities or things follow you, make sure that you're in a high vibration. Make sure that you're in a positive space. So that way, even if it is negative, it's not going to be something that then overcomes you or succumbs you. You would be able to hold that light and that power within yourself to withstand the attack. And I feel like that's something that will be spoken more on this week. So I definitely advise people to, just listen in regards to those things. And I definitely feel like it'll help.
Yeah, 'cause that happened like years ago. No more time. Then another time, I think, well, it was 4th of July,
Hmm. They
and
was out popping on the 4th of July. Baby, the skies was active like it wasn't nobody business.
yeah, I saw at triangles. So, but it looked like more drones to be fast, but this one, um, it was three of them. It was um, you see green and red lights, but when it's triangle, it was three of them.
Hmm.
The other two, those this stay above us for a good 5-10 minutes. I said, I said, this, this is not this is a regular drone. I mean, I think that UFOs. Some people realize because they're real, and they can zip away.
Hmm.
Yeah, it must still with us if the being compete. That thing is fine there. I said, man, what's up with these aircraft and stuff? This unknown, UFOs craft and stuff.
Mm-mm.
They always be above me. But guess what? I don't know number always see because I had witnesses with me. She saw the same thing. Yeah,
Right.
but we live
I have to get ready to log off here. I have a couple of people who are reaching out. I want to thank you so much for letting me come up here and share this space with you. I appreciate you.
they use to respect to I can out too to but I don't want to see have a guest or so we look like and I mean I done good for my first time having a guest on myself.
You did. You did an amazing job, and it's the fact that you had the courage and the strength and the motivation to get up here and start it, and that's a very good thing. And from me, I am very very proud of you because this is one step ahead for you. Okay, just
Yep,
keep it up and don't stop.
I will to
All
yeah
right, much love, you guys. Thank you.
love you. All right, y'all. Well, that was a good show. That was my special guest. One of my special guests came through for me. Her name is Shantae, the Oko. She is a psychic medium, and she do readings and she make candles and things like that. But I you could part of her TikTok, um the Oka of and Facebook. I mean, um I think also on YouTube, Coach TikTok and Instagram, but Oka of on TikTok. Um, could follow her, but see, baby special, and baby smart, powerhouse. No, to be in to be into hospital gifts for a while. No, she she do meditations, you know, guided meditations. She do you candle work, all that. You you could book her for a reading. Like this, she got different classes, for different services and things like that. But I think we'll have at least have a guest or two on my show, just do more interviews, but even more introduction about Sister Sister Johnny, how we got started, in different ways we got started and stuff. You know, but I really have another guest on. I do we have her back on again. But thanks for watching. I'm glad you know were able to um, get the information. Like I said, I do tell call meetings. Okay, you can see I'm a tell call meeting. Okay, y'all could book me for readings. Holiday special, y'all. $11 for for a reading. Mini reads or general reading. Oh, yes, no, reading. I'm a question. Okay, like I use this. You know, matter of fact, so one thing. This is nice to. It's nice to have a tool to do definition, right? Some people, the reasons folks in so-called religion is witchcraft. They use witchcraft themselves. All churches use witchcraft, hoodoo, and voodoo. Okay, splitting between cultures and Baptists and those who be shouting and dancing in the spirit and catch the Holy Ghost. Who do people do that? Okay, and it come from us, the black Africans. It's all from us. Anyway, this is called the penny, but you could use it as a penny man. You could use this to ask yes and no questions. It could it's what by communicating with your spirit, and energy field. Okay, like I get asked some questions. Okay, first I can show you. Okay, my yes is this way, that and forth for me. My no is in circle, clockwise, and then maybe it's still. You could test your opinion. Okay. But see this? What? This my dumb. Watch my dumb. And not when we first you see you gotta hold this, and don't move, but it's kind of hot. But this is it is you see what we're doing. You testing it and energy since it's yes. Now watch this. I'm gonna go to my other thing. Look, it's spinning right. It's spinning in a circle. That if it's so positive and negative. Okay. You go another one. So see my middle finger. I know it will move at all. Do it all by itself. Look, do it all by itself. And this is maybe. Okay. Maybe or rephrase. Look. See, you do it all by itself. I gotta do it this way. See.
And then, shockingly late in the movie, I started running again.
Now I get asked a question.
Several times. The whole sequence is a full 8 minutes. I mean,
I named my opinion.
At least we were finally to the
Well, we're gonna be doing videos on this too, pistol videos. But I asked a question. Okay.
I brought you chocolates picked over by strangers.
We're gonna do a little demo. Is my name Roger? Is my name Roger? Is my name Billy? Is my name Billy?
I want you to meet my son.
6 hours in makeup, 1 line.
Okay. It's 1999. This is the year 1999. Okay. It's the year 2023. 2023 is the year. Okay. It's today Friday. Is today Friday? Is today Sunday? Is today Sunday? Okay. See? So we know that it's working. So that's it. When you do this is yes, and we do this is enough, and when you say still, it's rephrase the question or maybe. Yeah, ask Mo. Ask Mo. We had pure energy. We had that chemistry. We were inseparable. Is it 6 o'clock a.m.? Is it 6 o'clock a.m.? Okay. Is it 9 o'clock p.m.?
There's no snowmen or snow angels or even a hint that we'll have snow in the
All
near
right.
future.
It's 9 o'clock p.m.
Stop thousands from visiting historic St. Charles to enjoy Christmas Eve.
Okay.
And whether plenty of rain on the way, we'll let you know when it will arrive.
All right. So that's how you test your opinion. And that's how you get yes and no questions and the answers to your questions. But you actually talk to your spirit guide. And that has good connect to your spirit guide and to the angels or your entities that you want to connect with, your ancestors. You could always ask this any question. Or it could be a yes and no question, though. No. It can't be open ended. It gotta be besides yes or no. But if you could be considered, anything, the spirit. But anyway, that's just one one way to do divination is by asking a pentagon. You can use that as a tool. The other tools you use, like tail cards. Where you get a card pull up. The Queen of Swords. See the Queen of Swords? Queen of Swords. Stand for the murder, the murder injury, intervention, success, happiness, positivity, you can use strategy card is I think an air sign. Yeah, for Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. Yeah, is a card. But I do a card pool for y'all. Just for the collective. Now I tap into my psychic ability is by
Jordan, St. Louis County Police
just
suspended their search for
shifting
in Illinois.
the type of
That did not
to
stop her family
to spirit.
taking action. The frantics.
That's could be my higher self, my Holy Spirit, God, goddess, angels, soul child.
The father of her 4 children, Trenton Ivy. Both were reported missing after disappearing that
I
morning.
want to see
The
what
couple's
Spirit
11-year-old son
got for
says
us.
he heard the two
I
arguing
put one
with the
card.
car. Williams'
Some
mother
put
says
1,
Ivy's
2, 3
arrest 2
cards,
states away
4
confirms
cards.
her worst fears.
Some got to do reversals. Some do upright. I like upright. I don't like bad news.
Ivy has not been charged in Williams' disappearance. Jadis joined by a caravan of roughly 40
It's easy to read cards.
friends spanning 10 vehicles drove
You gotta be
north
tapped
on
in, you be
I-55 toward
simple.
Chicago Sunday, desperately searching for any sign of Williams. When they said
Meditate.
told them she covered
This just one of
with
this.
blanket or cloth. Violence. She hopes people will hear this story
See
and
the
take
part of
red
the
flags seriously.
sometimes the car wheels like it's just flat out.
As this St. Louis family races for the
But
worst years of their lives, a day
if
before
y'all want a
Christmas,
reading,
a mother is focused on
I
just
got
one thing.
a special going on for the holiday. It's $11 for a mini reading, a general reading, and yes and no questions. Could be a car clue or
And Ivy faces a
opinion
weapons charge,
reading.
a charge for resisting arrest, and a charge for fleeing from an officer in his vehicle. He's being held on a $10,000
I have a special
bond.
going on right now.
He does not
$11
face any charges
for the holidays
related to Williams' disappearance.
for
Reporting from the St. Louis County
a
Police
general
Department in
reading,
downtown Clayton, I've
mini
actually got
reading,
Fox 2 News.
and yes and no questions. You can use a card or opinion.
Happened just after 3 this morning, Minnesota Avenue at Potomac Street.
You can
Victim
book
was
me
shot in the neck, taken to the hospital where he died. Homicide detectives are investigating. St. Louis County Police investigating
email
homicide in
Billy
11,000 block West Florissant that left one man dead. Officers were first called to the scene just after 2:20 this morning.
bparents74@gmail.com.
Found 3 adult males, all
That's
suffering
make
from
currently
gunshot
mention
injuries. Police say there was an
DM
altercation inside
me.
a business there into a shooting.
No,
All 3 men were shot. 2
or
were
leave a
taken to
comment.
the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The third was
No.
also transported, but later died of his injuries.
And
A man is dead after a shooting in University
I will
City. It
get
happened
to
near a
you.
Circle K gas station and
I said I
convenience
got
store on
other
Hollis
services
Boulevard,
that
Family
I offer.
Road. Witnesses
I also
tell police
a
they heard
minister, so
gunshots
I
that they
could
saw
maybe
Buick
maybe
Santana
folks
dark tinted
I could
windows.
perform
Police believe the victim was
weddings
inside the car
and
when the shooting took place.
funerals and
Got out the door, the
baptisms
driver sped away.
and
The
house
victim was taken to
blessings
the hospital
and
where he died
Christians.
there. Well, we're gonna give you a live look tonight.
I'm available for counseling. All right. See what the cost got for us.
Hey, apparently.
It'll come out.
Like Tampa or Pensacola, Florida, more
So they'll
probably
read
than anything
like the
Western. We had a high today of 68 degrees, and that challenged the record, as Jordan alluded to.
Just
The
a
record high
Pinkos.
73 set not too long ago, 2021, and then
See,
way back
just
in
Pinkos.
1889. But look at how much above normal it is. Or is the average high temperature?
I'm gonna get a scale. So you see the scale, y'all?
The cell phone and the planes coming and going.
You see scale to me, banners, something you gotta get banners to eat.
And that stretches all
Yeah,
the way from
Pinkos.
Louisiana into Arkansas, as well as Tennessee, southern Missouri, western Missouri. It turns over to blizzard conditions over portions of South Dakota and Nebraska. And some of that cold air is headed our way. Nearest rain is out to the west over Gasconade, Montgomery, Dent counties.
Yeah, I got ebook.
Per hour out of the southeast. The clouds continue, and then 1 o'clock in the morning, Metro St. Louis, the rain. And once the rain arrives,
so you could find the meaning, or you could do by instance, your intuition.
Tracker and the estimated arrival time here coming up. Jordan? I'll keep an update on that Santa tracker. Thanks, Sean. Well, the days leading up to this Christmas, unlike any other, the high temperatures mean you don't need a heavy coat to tolerate the conditions outside. Fox 2's James Afterlife shows us the Christmas spirit and historic St. Charles.
Okay, 6 Pinkos.
The unseasonably warm temperatures didn't stop thousands of
Okay,
people from
tell you what that
visiting St.
means.
Charles.
6 Pinkos.
In fact, many
6 Pinkos.
outside. Town and country resident Zach Pankos brought many
He
people
says
out to
that
Main Street. My mom and wife.
It says that a wealthy man is
crazy
and
beautiful
y'all
day.
could see,
Families from all over took advantage of the nice
right?
afternoon to listen to festive music, grab something
It's
to eat,
better
or
send
go
me. He
shopping
said that
for
if
part of
every
the
man is
Christmas
certain
tradition.
skills
The
and
edition of the spectacular
handing
events
out
started
coins to the
this afternoon.
less fortunate. This card represents the sharing and receiving of material goods or wealth.
Main Street was
It is
closed
not
off to traffic
certain
along
which
Second
is
was a pair of horse-drawn
the
carriages
central
paraded
character
back and
of
forth
the
across the cobblestones.
card.
Carrie
The
Snowden,
man
who
standing
lives on Main Street, says St. Charles knows
so
how
the pair receiving his gifts, he might identify with either. Always remember what goes around comes around. If you give now, you out.
Happy holidays,
You
and
might
Merry
receive later.
Santa Claus
It's
himself
all
sent
a
the
part
Christmas
of
carols
the
to the holiday stars
management
before
act.
heading up to the North Pole.
Giving, okay, all right. Giving or
In
receiving
historic St.
material
Charles, King's
support,
actor like Fox 2 News.
sharing knowledge with others, and boosting powers
baby after she went
of
into
feeling the
labor
boost
in a car.
of
Fox's
power.
Anthony Ponce reports.
Okay?
We do see a lot
That
of
would
bad
mean
things
the
in
rest
and
of
out
it,
every day.
especially of a sense of unfairness, is ruining your decisions and your goals might not come free or charged. That's the worst side. I said, I always like the positive side is giving or receiving material support, sharing knowledge with others, a good power or feeling the good of power.
We both
Okay.
actually went hands-on and we placed
Now,
them on
you
the
got different
side,
interpretations.
and I'm just glad everything
We
worked
talk
out.
about love reading, career, finance,
We were
you know.
kind of cleaning up the scene
Yeah,
and everything,
so,
and then I was
but
walking down the
that's
street and there was a woman waving her hands
good,
saying that there's a woman in labor and
good,
Steps away, a car was
car.
blocking a nearby alley. In the back
So,
seat, a young mother in
come
labor.
in.
The baby didn't want to wait to get.
So,
anything like this before. It was just at the right place at the right time.
Mom and baby were safely transported to Endeavor Health.
so that's about it. You know, I mean, this is the end of the show.
Just Christmas, right? Yeah, you know, maybe it's a holiday day, but
There
the
is,
officers,
two
were able to
ways
save a life.
definition,
Literally 4
and
doors
not
down.
witchcraft.
We had Officer Christopher.
You talk to those who don't understand it and brainwashing to think it's witchcraft or it's not witchcraft.
Quiet and somber place this year. Few are
But,
celebrating as the traditional birthplace
what I
site
say,
of Jesus, all because the
thank
Israel
y'all for watching.
A family will have a little more Christmas cheer this year after their preemie finally comes
want
home for
y'all
the holidays. I'm Madison Scarpino in Atlanta.
to
with
protect
that
your
story
energy,
coming up.
you know, go in yourself, ask for God and goddess, and find out who you are. You know, you are a spiritual being having a humbling experience. But you are dark matter energy, you are God and goddess. You know, and look at God, goddess, nocturnal and black. And you got those who are babbling on high frequency too. You know, positive energy always create elevation and high vibrations. You know, and peace and business to the guys of the planet Cash. Thank y'all for watching. Like I said,
It's the truck. Or just the holidays. Get
it's
$3,500 purchase cash on
been,
select 2023 Sierra
it's been
models.
fun,
Plus, get $2,500 purchase allowance when you trade
and
in.
I will
We are professional breed.
talk y'all
GMC.
later.
With the Salvation Army,
So y'all could
lasts all year
always
long. It puts a present under someone's tree today, and a roof over someone's
catch up
Together we
me.
love beyond Christmas.
Moulin Rouge, the musical, is the winner of 10 Tony Awards, including Best Musical, April 30th through May 12th at the Fabulous Fox. On sale now at metrotix.com.
My darling Brent, This camera was given to me when I was your age.
Okay.
May it capture big
Y'all can catch up me at $, Billy Payments. You know. And let's see, the special holiday practice of $11 for a mini reading, a journal reading, or yes and no questions. All right, that's my cash app. All right, you can book me at $, you could email Billy BP74
Typically during this time of the year,
gmail.com.
Bank is a booming
You could
tourist
always
destination. Because of the
listen to me
Israel-Hamas war, it's a ghost town. Instead
on my
of
social
normal
media,
displays of lights and trees
Billy
and
BB
Beaver
Parents,
Square, there are candlelit hymns and prayers for peace.
TikTok, you can listen to me on there. Billy Parents on Facebook, Messenger. Okay.
Christmas this year, but not Bethlehem, not the
So,
birthday of our Lord Jesus Christ.
that's
Christmas
it.
with sadness and sorrow because of what's happening in Gaza.
So, thank y'all for
and
watching.
in all the West Bank, all Palestinian.
Please subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so you know when next updated video next upcoming videos coming. All right. Thanks for subscribing. Please subscribe, comment. All right. And we get other content coming, okay? Like, comment, and subscribe. All right. All right. I love y'all. God bless. Positive energy always create elevation. Now we rise. I leave it after I come. Peace, blessing, God, and God at the same time. Love y'all. Good night. And Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Happy holidays.